Hello everybody, and welcome back to day 39 of our Blueprints adventure. Last episode was a fun one. We got the, we got into the clock tower and we finished the clock tower puzzle. I'm kind of trying to, keep us moving through at a decent pace per episode where like every episode I want to see if I can't complete something, major and important. And really there's only like one or two more things that I know about. Sorry, I started flipping notes and then wiggled all over the place. Yep, and I wanted to actually grab the shrine here because there's another number I wanted to try. Seeing as, yeah. Anyway, so our current missing keys that we know of is only, are only two of them. They are the one in the vault and the one for the king on his throne, aka probably in Eurasia or whatnot. Anyways, I'm gonna be honest, we're legitimately going to start by paying out today because I want to see what happens if you put 46 in here, in reference to room 46. And I want to see what it gets for me. 46. Alrighty. Blessing of the Monk. If you call it a day in a room in your house, you'll have the opportunity to draft that room from the... Wait, what? It lets me draft rooms out here? Okay, that's huge. Yeah, oh my gosh. I can think of a few options. I want to see, maybe, what if I move the antechamber out there? That would, oh my gosh. They could totally hide some secrets behind that. I actually kind of really want to do that now. I'm like, I think I will play and see what rooms I can figure out that I want to go outside. But my immediate thought process is what if I get the antechamber outside? Like, that just sounds like it's built to cause something. Let's do the den here. We'll try and see if I can get the antechamber to work today. We'll do the billiard room, and then the funny thing is I was actually considering doing the spare green room over there, and then I was going to do something else there, but then, that happened. Coat check, I don't have anything in coat check right now. And then we'll do the corridor because, yeah, why not? Alright, let's do den first because this is, yeah. Oh my gosh. I want to see what happens when I put big amounts of doors out there. Let's parlor. Yeah, let's parlor. Let's parlor immediately. So I will say it is a chance, is what it said. So I'm assuming we don't want to like re-roll it. I'm assuming it shows up in our early options and that's how we get it. The black box is false. The black box is true. The false box contains the gem, or a false box contains the gems. So if this is true and the black box is true, this would be the lie, meaning the gems are here. If this is false, meaning a true box houses gems, this is false, this is true, this is the one with the gems in both instances. And like, both instances point to that being gems, so... Yeah, I mean, we take nursery because nursery is set up for us, and nursery is always as good. I'm like, there's a nice little gem sitting in there for me. Let's go, and let's head on over to here. Chamber of Mirrors is one that also could go good in there. The thing with Chamber of Mirrors is if we're entering into it, I need to enter into it from the backside, I believe. Because I know that you can solve, I think you can solve the entire puzzle from both sides as long as you get into its backside. So yeah, we'll do this. I'll sneak my way on in here. Open this up so that way in the future I can open the rest of it up. It looks like it's just coins today, so not too much of a wrestle regardless of if I actually get it to work. Let's go do some billiard room puzzles. Looks like 14 first. Alright, 11 times 3 is 33 minus 13 is 20. Negative 12 plus 20, unironically, I was doing the same thing anyways, is 8 times by 2 is 16. And 1 plus 4 is 5, or 1 times 4, sorry, or I'm skipping this. 1 minus 2 is negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. Squared is 16. Hell yeah. Awesome. Was there any drinks for me or anything fancy over here? No? Okay. Alright. Fine. Unironically, Breakfast Nook goes hard right here because we're pulling away from the corridor so that we can have a good corner. Yeah, I like this. I'm hoping today is like an absolute god run because I want to set up Blessing of the Monk for next run, basically. Alrighty, let's see here. Observatory is pretty good too. It sets us up for what will be a good Chamber of Mirrors. Den is a pretty good option. Kind of makes me want to run back and go do the corridor real quick. You know what? Let's do that. Let's actually do that, seeing as the option has presented itself too. And I've got decent steps, so I'm not overly worried. Yeah, this is where the observatory goes hard, or a hallway closet. You know what, let's hallway closet, just because we're at the end of a hallway. And that is helpful, because that is dice, silver key, and a nice set of, and a nice metal detector, and the metal detector is always nice. Oh, hang on. There was something in there. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yoink. Alrighty, let's see. We want to take it this way. Courtyard is pretty good here. Just because it lets us gain access to that extra hole. Did we get a shovel? It does not look like we did. Sad face. Let's see here. I was hoping this would be a straight. You know what? I'm gonna reroll. I feel confident. Oh my god. Oh my god. This'll be a busted day if this is going to work for me. Oh, what? It doesn't double trigger? It doesn't double trigger itself? Are you kidding me? I thought it would trigger doubly. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be sick. No? Okay, fine. I thought that nursery plus nursery was going to be an insane combo. Maybe it just didn't proc properly. I mean, we can... You know what? We can boudoir here because we've got Chamber of Mirrors, and Chamber of Mirrors is going to help us out a lot. Oh, it is working! It is working. Yeah, why did it not work that first time? Like, nursery is supposed to proc off of itself. I'm kind of shocked that it didn't proc off of itself properly the first time. Alright, let's continue on with our day. We do want to get a key card at some point, or security room will help with this. Alrighty, security is our best friend. Keycard system settings, set the security level to low. I always have enough keys to where, like, really just doing this is fine. And let's do this. The other thing I wanted to check is the emails, because I wanted to see... Okay, it does not. My hope was that with the VAC system that it was going to... hang on. Remote terminal. There it is. View active. We want the laboratory. Yes. And then I also remembered that we do need to... Alright, let's see here. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. What I remembered is I do want to make sure that I'm calling the... I want to call more of the... I want to put forth more of the commissary's calls for items. Just because I think we need to start, like, you know, considering doing some of that. Let's do each time I eat an apple, let's gain a star. Just because, you know, those options weren't very permanent, basically. Any of them, really. And let's see here. I would like to log into the network. And let's do a staff service, special order. Special order. I would love to get more. We'll do, yeah, shovel is the best friend. Approve order. Awesome. That way in a couple of days we're guaranteed to have shovel, and as I have said many a times, I'm pretty certain that shovel is like one of the best items in the game. Yeah, let's use a key. Alright, let's see here. We do need a boudoir, I guess. It's either that or a breakfast nook, but boudoir is the best option, I think. We can take our dice. There's a key there. Take our free gem. Whoop-de-doo. Alrighty. What do we... This is a good silver key location. I'm like, this is a good silver key spot. And yeah, we passageway this. Because this will give me a lot of extra options for things. Let's go into here. Honestly, the funny thing is gymnasium here isn't half bad. I don't really want to use this unless I absolutely have to, but, you know, in the case it's there. That's annoying that you're there. Well, I mean, the game surely is trying to make sure that I continue my day consistently. Let's go into the gymnasium. Grab its stuff. I will, yeah, I'm like, let's open this door. Honestly, golden treasure trove, because we've got the keys. Do I have 2 green rooms? I do not currently. So bunk bed is currently not over the top, like, insane. Yeah, let's just take the treasure trove because of, you know, our opportunity to. And give me a minute while I go update the treasure troves, you know, stuff real quick. Alright, let's see here. What info are we gonna get today? This is a white double S thingy, if I remember correct. Previous box in this room contained a true statement. It is a red handwritten, so consider it as if it were a green, basically. This is a white SS. Well, green implies that it is a lie. What was the white moon? Last episode, we got a white moon that said, the true treasure of the trove is not in the house. How do we get it outside? Oh my god, it's the treasure. Oh my gosh, it's the monk. So I have to take the treasure trove outside. Okay, antechamber will have to wait. We're taking the treasure trove outside. Yeah, white SS, red plus handwrit equals a lie, I believe. You know what? Give me a second. I'm going to go check, actually, and just make sure what the prior treasure trove was. I will be back in a moment because this is important. I was correct. The true treasure... So, that is not a lie, then. The white moon was true, I believe. Crap, I didn't check what it was, actually. Give me a second. Okay. So last one was a blue sun, not a white moon like I thought it was, which means it is, in fact, true already, and we know that for certain. The additive is now we've got a confirmation that is red plus handwrite is a lie on the white SS, which kind of just makes sense because it equals red, and handwriting seems to mean that they are effectively green. Yeah, basically we're fine. I think we're gonna end our day here if possible. But of course I'm going to keep running the day as best as I can because, you know, I want to get an absolute insane day going for us. We'll do corridor. Honestly, I do also need to consider that another parlor is a worthy statement. We want a T-piece here so that we're moving down. I'm going to say let's reroll. Ow. I'm going to say let's reroll again. That is a beautiful hallway. Absolutely gorgeous for us. And yoink. I'm like, I didn't think there was anything else. Yeah, let's go here. I want a straightaway of some kind. This is in fact not a straightaway. I am realizing we are low on gems. I do need to get more. You know what? I mean, breaker box doesn't really help us right now. Let's just do another reroll. Yeah, we can take the hallway and I can accept the weirdness, of course. Oh yeah, you pre-opened for us. Alright, straight please. No, okay. Well, I kinda screwed up then. This is 2 extra items for us at least, which is nice. Ooh, and a key card. Let's go. Okay. Breaker box is now our best friend because I can set things up to high again in security if we really want to. Plus, I have that extra path off of the passageway. I really need to get a T-piece, carry it all the way over, and then drop down in there because I do want to go into backside chamber of mirrors and try and get the benefit for it. It's just, you know, yeah, let's try and thin out the deck a teeny bit right now by going through. Where is it? By going through over here. Like I said, breaker box is our friend now because I can turn stuff off and go run and do security. Yeah, you know what? Let's go do that. Okay, keycard off, gymnasium off, turn this on, turn this on. Let's go run and turn this on to high. And then that way I can go and start spamming things, basically. Because this is our... We now have keys for the day. I just need to get moving. Alrighty, set security level to high. Change the offload mode to unlocked. And let's... I said exit is what I meant. Alright, let's go on through over to here. Alright, oh! Hey, this is a new room that I haven't gotten yet. We probably should take it. Yeah, we probably should. Gallery! What the frick? What the frick? Huh? What the frick? Huh? Huh? What? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay then, I see what this is meant to be. Uh-huh. So I have to figure out the titles for each of these. Got it. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I'm going to say we're taking a lingo shot at this. I'm assuming these, yeah, these cycle. So I can, oh dear lord, they cycle through a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna take a lingo approach at these because I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I have no idea what the titles for any of these are going to be called. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by just trying to find some words here. T is very common. Yeah, you know what, let's... brat. That looks like... Bract is obviously not a word. Brampt, brammed, brand. Brand is a word. Lurk. Lick. Like. Wake. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm going to make... You know what? Here, hang on. I'm gonna start taking some notes, and what I'm gonna do is while I'm taking notes, I'm going to write down each of the possible letters that these have and go from there. Alrighty. Okay, so for this first one... God, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of options. Jeez. Yeah, I think I need to go through and figure out all of these before I actually try and solve any of these. I mean, I see a T-H-I... I can... You know what? This could be just... Wait a minute. It says thick. Is this think? Like thin K because the K is weird? Like, is that what we're doing? We're doing a weird... Notice the fact that the K is weird. And then this is thin K, you know? Maybe. Oh! I was correct! Okay, but I still need to find a way to open that chest. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go through also highlighting that. I'm glad I got that one that easily. All right. Back I go. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. It labels things as you do. Okay. That's crazy. Okay, so this one is weird. I see the P there, so I also see the fact that it starts, or we've got a P, and the P only appears once. If I'm assuming that these are meant to be like follow the letter that kind of, is implied here, because like some of these are interesting. I have no idea how the hell I'm gonna do that one. Um, I'm assuming the P matters, basically. However, I'm trying to find any word that exists within there. Pathed might be one. Which is interesting. Seeing as this one has an ED over it. So pathed is not correct. We do have God, I'm trying to see. We do have like posted in there, or not paved. Paved isn't in there. Pelted is in there. Yeah. I want to see. Let's do posted first, or past. Past it obviously isn't going to be it because that's not a word. Posted. No. Okay. See, the apple and the P. That's what confuses me, is the apple and the P. And there's a lot of words that each of these could be. God. This is why I don't like anagram solving. Like, anagram solving is so lame for videos. It's why in the Lingo series, like, once I get given the letters for the anagram, I just kind of do it. Also, I would like to mention, this stop is forward. This one is mirrored. Is there a P word for mirror? Mirror does not exist within the word list. We have an MIR, and then the R just doesn't exist here. However, the rest of that is existing. Because it is like a weirdly perfect mirror other than the background. Is wagoned. Like, wagon is almost available. But, I don't know what to call this one. And I kind of don't want to go start on any of these other ones. That one has 8 letters. That one has 8 letters. This one's gonna be impossible. This one's, wait, isn't INFINITE infinite? Is infinite is one? Is there an I in here? I don't think there is. Limit, unlimited is another one. No. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. Why are the 7 deadly sins here, by the way, as well? That's a different one that I'm actually like, Herm. Genuine? Is this genuine? This one I think is genuine. If there's a G. If there's a G, there is not a G. God. I hate this. I hate this. This is taking everything that I believe I should know about lingo and is telling me that I'm just wrong. God, yeah, okay. I'm kind of at the point that I think we might do an... belted isn't one. See, the problem is like finding the word amongst these words. Like, I can figure out one of them because that one was like thin K, and this one I'm like, stop. Stop doesn't even exist as stop. Does stop exist? Stop does not exist. God. 6 letters is really hard to just see the word in, is the problem. We've got Bavdan, Kelted, Purehog, Tonser, Lituri, Swiskerlt, Mrovis, Witiasi. None of those are words. God. Okay. You know what? I am going to pull up Word Hippo, even if just to see what words exist that start with something. See, and this is why I hate this. Because effectively right now, because unlike in lingo where I don't have a rule set to necessarily follow, all I'm doing is I'm just slamming different words here and just using which ones are real. At what point does it just become legitimately, like, at what point do you just accept that you're just doing guesswork, basically? Because that's what this is. This is just guesswork. It's not a good puzzle. I could sit here and try and figure out what word it is, but, like, it still goes to the fact that, like, lingo technically has this problem as well, where it's, like, you have to guesswork it. And I'm trying to treat this like a lingo puzzle, but the problem is I don't know enough about the English language, and I speak it. All I know is that these are red. There is a P there. Red P. Like, I don't know. Why is it in the sky? Why are there clouds? What is all this? Like, there's a lot of loose stuff that just makes this makes it so that this doesn't make sense. And then furthermore, like, because of the way it's set up, it's like basically, you know, just sit here, roll around for about an hour, effectively, try things, realize that, you know, certain things don't work, or they do work. And when they do work, you know, you just get lucky. And I do not like this. 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 And I still have stuff that I wanted to try with the later end of this. Okay. You know what? Maybe I'm going about this wrong. I mean, I most definitely am going about this wrong. It's pretty obvious that I am. You know what? Oh my god, it's Ponder. The P is the only one that made sense out of there. The P is the only one that made sense. 2 gems for all that. Oh my god. I hope I don't have to do this every single episode that I come into here. I will legitimately not use this if this is the case. Oh my god, I need to go start a new page of notes for this. Oh my god. Oh my god, this just sucks. Alrighty, here at Hareed. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking in here for I don't see an I. I don't see a singular I. Well, I see I as in the letter I, but I don't see like EYE showing up basically. So I'm a bit confused. The actual objective being in the direction of yes, the antechamber is hilarious. Genuine. Very I still think this should have been genuine. GENUINE or what? However you spell genuine. Genuine. Yeah, no, I spelled that right. Okay. Because that looks like what this is, but genuine, as I have found, is 100% impossible. Now, to figure out what else this could be, it's a 7-letter word, which already is just is veritable, veritable. No, wait, verit. Wait, that's fairy table is 9. Veritable is 9, despite the fact that that is what the very table is. Genuine. The genuine. I'm assuming genuine is meant to be the wine. See, it's very funny, depending on, like, what you look at, like, the thing has multiple different titles. Objective. We could go for factual. Is factual? Factual is not allowed. Never mind. Objective is no. Something with the eyes. It's gotta be something with the eyes. I have no idea. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this one so much. It's so not fun for you. I want a hint. That's what I want with this, is I want hints. You know what, I'm gonna look something up real quick. Gallery, blueprints, hints. Perfect, oh my gosh, somebody made a hint. Yep. Genuine. Genuine. Alright, so I'm gonna be honest. I've been sitting here for long enough. My editor can confirm. It has been an hour and a half almost in this room. It feels like an hour and 15, I think. To save some time, I have looked on the. I've looked online to find some hints for these, just because genuinely, like, I love Rebus puzzles. They're fun, but like, this is a bit much sometimes. And I mean, Lingo is an entire game of Rebus puzzles that basically teaches you the rules that it's going to use. I don't see the rules, basically. So I'm going to use these hints very lightly. And to that I say thank you, WeWeWeb on r/blueprints Reddit for giving the, for giving some hints. And, yeah, so we already have found out genuine and veritable, by the way. Because those are, you know, veritable, genuine, you know, the genuine. And it says that they are related to the theme. So I'm gonna find a gonna go on to Word Hippo again. And this time we're going to do a synonym for genuine. And we're gonna look for anything that starts with any of the labels. I like that veritable also shows up on this list, meaning that it is actually like within the concept of what we're doing. Now is credible. Credible's not. Voracious is too long. Original, real. Now I just need to find the one that actually makes sense. Is precise. Precise is not valid. I hate this. Original, true, pure, veritable, unadulterated, unalloyed, valid, certifiable, undisputed, unfeigned, certified, indisputable, official, sadly not in there, but is 8 letters, accurate, indubitable, lawful, precise, legal, proved. Oh yeah, we're looking for 7 letters, not 8 letters. What the frick? Paka puka, attested, authenticated, bona fide, uncounterfeited, credible, creditable, legible, or legit, reliable, unfaked, veracious, dependable, trustworthy, veridical, right, honest, on. Honest isn't valid. Also not long enough, right? Right. There's no H. For real, sanctioned, authorized, acceptable, correct. Correct is not valid. Licensed, approved, accepted, warranted, acknowledged, straight, justified, permissible, good, legalized, sterling, effective, faithful, no, allowed, binding, permitted, justifiable, fair, appropriate, contractual, true blue, above board, plausible, believable, statutable, orthodox, strict, exact, reasonable, sensible, S-E, there's no N. Damn it. Cogent, total, committed, allowable, established, complete. C-O-M. There's no P. Coherent. It doesn't line up anyways. Compelling reason, defensible, convincing, admitted, listed, due, sure, solid, grounded, logical. L-O-G. There's no C. Pragmatic, lucid, congruent, warrantable, viable, viable, workable, card holding, fully fledged, certain, genuine, haha, nice to see that that's there, understandable, rational, persuasive, is rational? R-A-T-I, rational's too long anyways. Verifiable, legally binding, effectual, chartered, vested, decreed, enforceable, prescribed, enforce, legally acceptable, 100%, enforce, well established, upfront, regular, doesn't make sense. Alright, I'm gonna take the second hit. The very is a table and the genu is a wine. Okay, that I already got. Veritable Yes, I am aware. Keep the words actual, objective. Oh, the eyes. Yeah. Actual, objective. I forgot about actual and objective actually being in there. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Actual, objective, genuine, and veritable in mine. And think about the only other thing in the picture. So it is the eyes. It is the eyes. I'm going to look at actual real quick, just as a word. Real, genuine, true, authentic, confirmed, verified. VERI, there's no F, and also too long, definite, factual, effective, full, physical, non-fictional, precise, what? Material, definitive, solid, unvarnished, chip, perfect, direct. See, I see all the words, but none of them that are correct look like they fit, is the current problem. This is definitely... I mean, okay, so genuine fits, veritable fits. It has the sound of an I. There's an I in there. Actual objective. The actual objective points towards what? It points towards the sun. But that doesn't make sense. The eyes are thinging everywhere. Undeniable, while having the joke doesn't fit. Indisputable doesn't fit. Tangible is not the right word. Perceptible doesn't fit. Observable doesn't fit. Outright, while fitting, is not the word because it doesn't have the right thing. I just don't see it. Perceive. No, perceive isn't it. Oh! No, it's not visible. Okay, I was like, is it visible? Don't tell me it's visible. I would have cried, and then it's not visible, so I'm good. What the frick? I mean, okay, the first word on the synonym list for actual is real, which makes sense. I can see real in there. Oh my god, this is why I wasn't pulling it up. I didn't see the Z. Is it realize? Is it realize? Like real eyes? You know, eyes surrounded by real things. Oh my god. Okay, I despise that one. Yeah, I'm using the hints on this one immediately. I'm sorry. Not an infinity symbol, it's an 8. Yeah, we know that because of the classroom. Yep. What else do we got? Many. They are the sins. I haven't even written these letters down. Let's go write the letters down before I get too buck wild on this. Alright, so we're back with Tefaknit, or Tefaknit, or whatever the frick it is. Again, as we know, these are sins, basically. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, okay. The other thing about this room that's important is the fact that it's the sin bins. And there's a fin, there's a skin, there's pins. I'm assuming it ends in or has the in start to it. Oh, all of these are synonyms for each other. That is correct. Interesting. Okay, hang on. They're all synonyms for each other. They all use, like, the same thought process here. We're gonna look at the synonym for think. Believe, gather, reckon, suspect, assume, figure. Ponder was in here somewhere, I would assume. I would say imagine. Let's see here. Let's see here. So, believe is sadly too small. Gather is too small. We've got the option. So, realize, ponder, and think. All of these basically are, they're all meaning to, I don't know, like they all mean to think about, basically. Like I don't know how else to say it other than, yeah. Consider the possibility of. Contemplate, basically. Let's see here. So we've got the concept of... you know what? I'm going to pull up realize instead. Realize is that one. Understand is a no. Comprehend is a no. Conceive. Perceive. I know that it has the tin is the problem. The in. Because it's the sin bin with the fin of the skin with pins. Like, it's got to have in it. It's got to rhyme with in. Or just have in it. See, the IN exists. I can see the IN combo. I can see multiple of the IN combos. I just can't see all of it. Apparently this one is very abstract as well, by the way, which is the other problem. Like, this one is convoluted. So I'm kind of like, great. The sin pin bins of skin. Plinth. Infin. I know that it's not infinite because this one is obviously this one's the 8, as we know. It's an 8 symbol. Is what they're trying to pull for this. I want to assume it's got the in, though. Does this say anything at all? Small chamber dedicated to the exhibition of art, ideal for showcasing smaller series and collections. Before his passing, Sinclair personally selected the artwork that was displayed here each year, purposely omitting the composition titles to leave interpretations. Wait a minute. Hang on. Purposely omitting the composition titles to leave the interpretations of each piece for the viewers themselves to realize. Is there a different one? I'm like, is think in there? Is think in there? Ponder. Is ponder or think in there? Dedicated ideal year. Purposely omitting the composition titles. Interpret? Is interpret it? Is it interpret? No, interpret wouldn't be it. Because that one doesn't make sense. Realize we already have. Collection wouldn't be it. Exhibition wouldn't be it. Composition wouldn't be it. Selected the artwork that was displayed here. Leave the interpretations. Small chamber dedicated to the exhibition of art, ideal for showcasing smaller series and collections. Before his passing, Sinclair. Okay, Sinclair didn't find one for himself that was literally named Sinclair. Artwork that was displayed here each year, omitting the composition titles to leave interpretations for each of the viewers themselves to realize. Print. See, I'd love to think outside the box on this one, and I am. I'm trying. Look, the only reason I even pulled that up is because, like, the hints that I've got say that there is a hint here. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense for realize, seeing as realize is there. It has the think, ponder, realize. If I follow suit with that, we get, you know, let me look at this. Showcasing. Sinclair can't be himself there. Displayed 8 letters. Interpret was the one that I had as an idea, but that one can't even be chosen. God, this is an absolute mess. I do not think this room is very fun as a puzzle. I don't think it's very interesting. It's a room. I'm ignoring my hints at this rate. Room 8, room 8, room Benson, room is ruminate a word? Is ruminate a word? Is that a word? Hang on. Is that a word? If that's a word, I'm going crazy. Hang on. Hang on. I need the R. Oh, there was the U. I know this is not how you spell it, but I'm like, room is in R-U-M in 8? Is that a word? Oh my god, you have no idea how happy I am to know that that is in fact a word. Oh my god. Okay, the hints suck for that one. Room in 8, I'm like, yeah, ha ha ha, very funny. Wait, what is this? Key 8 presumably will unlock room 8. Well, I guess I get to go see what room 8 looks like soon. Goddamn. Alright, if it's more of those puzzles in room 8, I'm going to cry. This has been, like, the worst puzzle yet, in all honesty. I have to leave for class. This took 2 hours to do. I hate this. Oh my god, I hate this. So, with the big old cut that just happened, because I had to head to class because of how long this room took, I actually had plenty of time to kind of think about what I believe needs to really change about this room. Like, in all honesty, here's the thing. I think there are 2 real major issues and 2 major fixes that need to be done to this room because, like, genuinely, it's bad. Look, the way that you cycle through this is meant to be a restriction to help you think better about what's possible. That is a shitty and terrible restriction that just absolutely sucks and leaves you more looking at the word, and interaction-wise, it's bad. The major issue here is that these puzzles need to be impossible to randomly guess. And the thing is like, realize, ruminate, both of those might as well have been I randomly guessed to get them. And like, or you need to make a better hint system of some kind with this, and like, genuinely think from thick K, you know, the thin K here being this, That's the only one that makes sense. Ponder, ruminate, neither of those as words made full sense unless I was staring at them for long enough and hallucinating, like room in 8. Guess what? This 8 is inside the room. It should be 8 in room. 8 in room, not room in 8, because the room is not in 8. It bothers me. And don't even, like, realize it's fair. Realize it's very close. Just, this is the problem with Rebus puzzles, is if you're gonna include them in a game like this, they need to be done in a way that the rules of the puzzle are expanded upon, and this is such a far cry from what the rest of the game does that it just feels abnormal and doesn't work. The other thing is from what I was reading when I was looking for the hints, is that this is a puzzle that kind of is meant to be done later on, but is effectively, it doesn't help to do it later on, and as soon as you see it, it's just do it, basically. And if that's the case, then these, like, the letters themselves or something need to be something that's hard to find, or something else, like something to make this be a later puzzle. It's just really, if, like, in this instance, Rebus puzzles, like, suck for this game because they don't make sense to the logic of what's been, stated and anticipated by the rest of the game. And also, like, if you don't know English or just words, like, in general, this room is just physically impossible. Like, even with hints, it took me 2 hours legitimately to solve this, and it still just felt like guesswork by the end of it. This is the only room, I think, where I will ever take hints unless I am at the point of absurdity and just like, oh, I haven't found the option that tells me it. Like, for instance, there's the outer garden thing that has been bothering me for days. I refuse to receive hints on it. I will never, because I know that there is a date. I know the rules. I know what it is. I just need to find the date. In fact, guess what? I have a test that I wanted to do at the end of the episode if I had the time for it. The other thing is like, look, there's a better way to do this room in general. I think that these letters, to make it impossible to guess, you should have had to go and gather these letters throughout the day. Like, say, for instance, you draft this room, and either, like, this room becomes way more common, expecting you to draft it at least once a day, once ever you meet whatever requirement it is to start drafting this room, because I've never seen this room before, and this is the first time I've seen it, and guess what? As soon as I do, now I'm here to solve it, because that's the way this puzzle works, and Rebus puzzles in general are kind of just a stare at the thing, spot the thing, solve the thing. Again, another problem. I hate spot the thing puzzles because they suck and aren't fun and aren't smart either. They're just randomly attempt things. So if you're going to do it this way, make it so that each little letter pack is an item that I have to go gather. Make this room appear more common, and make it so that throughout the days I'm only expected to see like 1 or 2 letters, so that I have to store letters here over time to fill out the room. And then only make it so that these letters are what is possible. And then from that, guess what? You have a much better version of an anagram solver puzzle than, let's just go through and make an 8x8 of different letters, which has so many different possibilities. And then, make it so that, like, actually, there's only a small amount of possibilities and it's reasonable to think through. I get it. A smart person or some very abstract thinkers probably got realize and ponder and ruminate very easy. The one that I actually commemorate for actually being a good Rebus puzzle in this room is Think K. Because think is it's an odd thing out. It's a thing that you immediately notice because of the way that it's weighted, and it just works. Like, this one just works. Ruminate, I've already said, doesn't make sense. Realize, honestly, it's close. It's close. I really wish that I had, thought a bit more about the concept of real plus eyes, But I think I think this one should have been better as like something else. Genuine and, you know, very table and actual and objective being like added things like help out. That arrow right there is absolutely the problem though, because I see actual objective and I see it on a sign like this. It's just a problem. Ponder, I actually realized the little secret, like funny haha why it's mirrored. I still don't think it's good. I still don't think this one's good. You're supposed to realize it is upside down, and what you're seeing here is a pond. And then the other thing is all the things in here are red, meaning meaning when you see this invert here, you're thinking invert red, pond, red, and then pond. Like, I get it, but this is, it's still too abstract without, like, overthinking of it, and I'm only able to come to that conclusion after seeing the answer itself. I don't think this is a good puzzle room. This will be the only time I accept hints in this game, and this is the only time I intend to ever use hints, so with that being said, I'm going to get back to the actual chaos now. Give me just 1 minute to get my bearings back about me. So, yeah. Alright, with the slight rant about this terrible puzzle of a room done, where am I? Do I get to use this immediately? Key does not fit. Damn it. Okay, fine. We can do I want to do observatory finally? It's either that or I do spare green room, push us up a bit. I'm kind of thinking let's do observatory so that I'm rotated. And that way I'm also gaining the benefit that this room gives. Moving us forward. There we go. Whole bunch of items for us and whole bunch of things. Whoop-de-doo. Alrighty. Can I use the special key now? Darn you. You don't want to let me use the room 8 key. Let's do... Yeah, East Wing Hall is exactly what I was looking for here. So, we will do so. Do-do-do. Alright, let's take this. You know, commissary might actually be useful for us right now. I mean, I don't want to put a corner here, but, you know, when given the opportunity to, might as well. And I think I'm just going to buy them out, just outright, because, you know, I've got the ability to, might as well. Yeah, no. Alright. Back to the regularly scheduled program of me running around like a crazy person, going absolutely insane. Yeah, let's take the boiler room because that actually pushes us towards possible things. Is there any dirt in here today? Nope. Okay. Alright. See, I always think that there's going to be some dirt in here just because there tends to, like, actually be dirt in here. And then there isn't, and it just makes me sad. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Activate. We will flip that back over. And let's go, yeah, let's go this way first, just because. Alrighty, can I use key 8? You know, I don't think I want to use key 8 here anyways, just because... You know, I don't know whether or not, like, what it's shaped like. Cloister might be nice. I think if I'm gonna do anything, honestly, we do Cloister. Just because I have the gems for it. Which does also mean that I immediately want to turn the energy this way and see if I can't pull something out of this, you know? Let's see here. Key 8. Does not fit. So where the hell does it fit? Because I'm starting to get a bit concerned and confused. Honestly, this is a good option for mailroom. Like, I either take mailroom or I take observatory. Or mailroom or office here? I think let's do the mailroom just because I want to go see if there's anything else we've gathered here. Yeah, that's... Well, hang on. Is there anything else that I've missed? No. Okay. It's kind of been taught to me. Alright, and all of this is the same, nothing new. Yeah, nothing new, but, you know, still a good room. Alright, let's see here. Yoink. Dig. Dig. The shovel, my greatest companion. Alright, and we got a nice little security door here. Let's see here. What else do I want to do? I think I want to try to use, again, key 8, of course. No, not allowed. Why would it be? Honestly, you know what? Eel Aquarium's nice. Just because of what it does. Yeah, we can take the Eel Aquarium. See if I can't get anything from it. Oh yeah, that's right. This is also our double nursery day. And a nice turnip for us. That's exactly kind of what I was hoping for, was that this room would bring us extra stuff. Alright, let's go this way. Another cloister. A second cloister. What else would I need? Honestly, you know what? I kind of think we do it just so that I can push myself across. And get myself, you know, maybe some more items. Again, we are kind of hoping to find some apples at some point today. Of course, we haven't found one yet. But, yeah. God. I'm just burning through gems right now, aren't I? Great Hall is good because it lets us actually get into the antechamber. Which, again, was an expanded goal of today. I mean, I don't necessarily think we're... Hang on. I'm like, which one beeps? This one's got some stuff. Yeah, this one's got some stuff in it. And it's also got this, which gives us an extra room to work off of. We are out of keys now, which is the major issue. Oh, I got lucky. I got lucky. There was a fake coin on the ground that I didn't even recognize was there. Yeah, and that's going to be locked, but I want to see if key 8 works. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Wow, it's like I'm right in the painting. Oh! Oh! Wait a minute. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, this is actually kind of cool. This is actually kind of cool. I think I see what type of room this is going to be. Okay. I mean, first off, awesome that they actually made the artwork the legitimate room. Room 8 is cool to see. Let's see here. So, the sum of my sin, as it is penned, is a number within the room we are in. So it is sin number 8, which I guess must be mundanity? Does it let me see? Ah, I see. It lets me do that. Okay. I recommend you think again if I am ever in a bin far from the fin. Okay, so you are envy, hubris, or lust. We'll just put you over there for right now. To first begin, place me within a sin with a N within its, or a bin within an N in its sin. Okay, so that is envy, gluttony, or mundanity. Okay, I can pick them up. First begin, place me within a bin with an N within its sin. This is... I get the feeling that one's meant to be envy, but we will see. You won't find my bin in between sin, for I deserve to be in a bin on the N. So you are either hubris or mundanity. But this one is... Oh, wait. Oh, something that's 8 letters long. Avarice is 8. That one is that one. You, bin on the end, is mundanity. If you spend a min or 10 lounging in the den, you'll know which bin I'm often in. Sloth, I presume? Yeah, you're sloth. I share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. Is it wrath? Yeah, because I'm assuming the U, the T. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just kind of going right now. To my chagrin, my neighbor's sin is written thin to fit it all in. My neighbor's sin is written thin to fit it all in. It's probably this. This is the neighbor, meaning it's gluttony here. Which means envy goes here. This is this guy, gluttony. And then what are you? The bin I tend to wind up in is near the bend in the tail of the skin. What? Oh. Oh. You're hubris. Far from the fin. Not far from the fin. Okay, so something is wrong here, obviously. Is a number within the room we are in. That is 8. Is there any other 8s? 5. That is also 8, so it could be gluttony. Maybe it's that one. These are the ones that I think. Neighbor still implies that sloth is the neighbor here. Mundanity. You won't find my bin in between sin, for I deserve to be a bin down on the end. So, I think mundanity is solid. Sloth, if we spend... This one I'm solid on, too. Avarice, yeah. To fit it all in. Gluttony, yeah. I think that's fair. Wrath. I share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. A letter and its twin appear. So you share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. So is it talking double letters? A letter and its twin appear on each bin. A letter and its twin. Maybe it's meaning only one copy of each. In which case I'm inclined to say it's lust here. And then this one requires an N is the problem. Also makes sense that the bunny would be lust. Lion makes sense to be wrath. Place me within a bin with an N within its sin. The problem is it doesn't make sense with what the rule is. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe avarice is the thin one here. Maybe... I mean, this is pretty evident that that is that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to start taking some notes because this is another logic puzzle akin to the clock room, and guess what? It works pretty similar, so I should probably get to work on something that works a little similarly. So the bear is very evidently in sloth. Like, that's the only one it makes sense for. The rest of these, I kind of need to understand. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the dog on my list, but the dog is, like, very evidently mundanity. Sin on and no surrounding. Yeah, I mean, the dog basically very evidently goes to mundanity. So, let's figure this out. So, the penguin is an 8-letter sin, meaning it only goes to gluttony or avarice. That one is just guaranteed to be one of those two. Cannot be any of the others. If so, or if not, it just doesn't work. I will say, thinking about it, does it say shake or share? Share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. So it wants 2 letters to show up on its that also are shared with the other one. So, okay. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. So it wants 2 double letters to appear on each bin. I think this is avarice because AA and NN here, they both share twins on each bin. And this one fits over here, which means that this penguin has to be the glutton, which means that this has to be envy, which means that this has to be lust, which means that this is that. What? Oh my god, okay. You've been awarded the 8 trophy for solving the puzzle in room 8 on rank 8. Trophies earned will be permanently added to the trophy room in recognition of rumination. Okay, and 2 allowance tokens for it. Nice. Alright, well, if that is the case, then I guess I get to continue my day. It's locked. That is a problem. I guess we're heading to the foundation here now. I was kind of hopeful that I'd get a little bit luckier on finding some things. And I'm going to be honest, I was kind of hoping that that would give me stuff that would be, you know, helpful for what we're doing here. I mean, we kind of just need keys, basically. Like, that's what we really need is keys. I've been running low on keys, which is funny because what I have basically says that I shouldn't need keys. I should be basically perfectly fine with keys in general because I should be getting a lot of locked doors that are, you know, Did I never grab this key? That's hilarious. I must have set up to come in here and then I never... I know I didn't make it here, but I thought I had at least gone into that hallway. You know? Alright, and... ah, yes, I can figure out, you know, that at least. Yoink. But I don't really want to unlock the door. Keys, perfect. You know, I'm gonna walk into here just to see. Does this... of course it's locked, okay. I was like, that's locked, but that also gives me information about the Great Hall that I can use to my advantage. We'll open this door and hope it points us down. See, I would take the vault here, but then that, like, basically ends our day. I mean, I could loop all the way back around again to go through and do some stuff, which, you know, fair enough. I mean, our main goal today is to end in the treasure trove. Part of me wants to see... I mean, I don't have anything necessarily is the problem. You know, Observatory, I think, gets us a bunch of stuff, too. Let's reroll. Let's just do a reroll. It'll be worth it. Garage is not that good. Especially with what we want. Well, garage helps us because it means that I can actually use more of the doors that are there. Yeah. Yeah. I'll do garage because it gives me access to more doors. And we also have the ability to open this if I care. I don't think we do, though, because, you know, nothing really insane or necessary. Let's go through this door because I am running low on steps for what I'm after. There is something in here that it's wanting me to find that I do not see. Oh, I didn't even know you could walk over here. Okay. Yeah, let's just use this one. Since I know that that door opens, let's see. It's saying there's something in here which we can yoink. Haha. Another key and more coins. And then, let's see. I'm more inclined to assume it's this door. Nope. Okay, it was this door. That's alright. That's alright. We're fine. I'll open this door. And then, hopefully this is not locked. Nice. Okay. Servants' quarters is no longer really necessary because what we're gonna do is basically force some stuff here, and I don't need to get into any of the other rooms necessarily. We take this, and then... I mean, yeah, I just kind of keep moving forward. We don't even really need to spread anything right now. It's just more, yeah, go access stuff. Let's do the vault now that we're forcing, you know, it to be the end here. Bunch of money. See if I get lucky and can find, you know... Oh. Hang on. There's something in here. Ah, right there. I'm like, there we go. Whole bunch of money. Nothing really, though, else. Okay, I mean, if that's the case, that's great for us. We've, you know, gotten basically everything we want out of it. Let's go put the, treasure trove in there. Seeing as, you know, the treasure trove is now, like, let's use this ability to its advantage and what it is meant to be for. Because very clearly there is something here that I am expecting to get out of this. I do need to remember something. Treasure trove, do you cost a bunch? You cost a gold, or you cost a gem. So I need to remember that when I'm doing this, that now that I'm ending the day and taking this plan with me, that I'm not, you know, going to come out to grab this immediately because I need a gem before I can, basically. All right. Well then, with that, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to call it a day here. We've got this wonderful mess to do. I need to remember that, yeah, this is, we've got the treasure trove coming for tomorrow. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, and bye-bye. Whoop-dee-doo. 2 new rooms today. Hell yeah. Gallery was only the worst puzzle ever, and roommate is actually a good puzzle, so yippee!